never look down. I might gotta throw my Jesus chain on for this shit. Look, when you put
Yeah, I know I look bored there, right? Okay, so this is my first tutorial, and it's going to teach you a little bit about contouring and highlighting. And I am reaching out to, I believe, my contour palette, which is from Motives Cosmetics. It's the Sculpt Series palette, and it's in, I believe, Fire. Yeah. So I'm applying the lightest. Obviously, you're meant to actually do one or two tone lighter underneath your wherever you want to highlight on your face. So I'm doing it under my eyes, and then I slowly do that bit under the nose. So in the middle of the nose, from the top, you could do it from the middle or from the top, and then bring it up, and then you just make like a few lines on your forehead. And yeah, there's me winking away. And you also do your upper lip. Make sure you apply it equally. Uh, and then you have to do underneath the jaw, like just not underneath, just above the jaw actually. So 2 lines there. Um, and then we're going to blend it later on. All of this is just to give you a little show of what it's about. So that is the lightest shade in the palette that I've applied under my eyes, on my nose, forehead, and on the jaw area. And now I'm going for the contour part, which is a dark shade. I'm not putting too dark because I tend to use bronzer and the iconic illuminator in gold, but you will see that later in the tutorial. So just spread it out equally, don't put too much because you don't want it to be too dark, um, otherwise it would just not look right. And just put on the side of your nose, well, if you want to make your nose look a little bit slim or so on, and a little bit underneath your bottom lip, and then under the jaw, just a little bit there. Yeah. A little dance move. And of course on the top of your forehead, just a few little dots. And that is the Motives Maven palette, Sculpt Series 1. It's my favourite one, and it's in Fire. So now I've got a kabuki brush in my hand. That is for the contour part. So don't use that when you're trying to blend your highlights. You need a blender for that. And with this, I'm going to be using the 10 Years Younger spray by Motives Cosmetics again. It's really good. And I sprayed the blender so it's a bit wet, and it allows to spread everything equally on the face. Um, Also gives you a dewy look. So there we go. I've begun. So I'm blending away. I've already done my eyeshadow work. I'll give you a little tip on that in the next video, what I put in my eyelids. But I'm just double checking there. But you have to consistently sort of like carry on blending until everything is covered. So the top part of your cheekbone, under the eye, you can, spread it out equally, and the blender does the job. It really does. Then you do the other side, and if you feel like the blender is drying up, you can always spray again and apply the blender to blend out your highlight equally. It gives it a natural look at the same time, and it looks quite good. So you have to double check if you think it's equal on both sides, and you just carry on blending away. So you can see I'm just blending away, focusing on that, making sure every part is covered. Yeah, that's my face right there. Then you do your upper lip and your wrinkle line if you've got wrinkles, you know, and just make sure that, obviously I was listening to music at the time, that's why I'm dancing like that, so don't mind me. Yes, in my discretion, I'm doing my makeup in my room and not the makeup parlor room. Do apologize. I've sprayed it again because it dried up, so now I'm doing the nose, middle of the nose. So I'm equally spreading out the highlight bit and making sure that I lead it up towards my forehead and equally spread it out above your eyebrow so it looks clean. So if you've you know, what's it called, you've done your eyebrows, so you want it to look clean from the top part, is make sure that everything's blended on the top and it doesn't look like you've got blotches. Just carry on blending, and yeah, just even the contour part, just blend it in a little bit, because you don't want, remember, you don't want it to look so dark, because I will be covering all of this again with a bronzer and then the illuminator from Iconic, and I'm blending now the side of my nose with my beauty blender, um, just to make sure that it's equally spread out. um, I don't usually use, I'll be honest, I don't actually normally use the palette. I tend to just use my normal makeup products because I don't really like heavy makeup on my face, but obviously this is professional and I'm just showing you how it's done. So now I've gone to the jawline and I'm actually blending the highlight part there, so it's equally done. So make sure that you blend it going downward, if anything, um, under the lip and your chin. Make sure everything's spread out equally. And I've just said 1 second to myself, and I'm thinking in my head, yeah, I need to spray it because the blender's dried up. So now I'll carry on blending away, and once again I'm doing it sideways, but then I'm trying to drag it downward, and that is so that it blends properly and it doesn't look like you've got blotches on your face, because the last thing you want is like your highlights to look like you've got blotches. It doesn't really look good. So double check if you must, and if you're happy with yourself, if you're happy with it, go for it. Literally, me personally, I contour my face with my bronzer and that's it really, and I don't really highlight, I just use a concealer. But this is something I just wanted to show a lot of people who ask me questions on how to contour and highlight. And I think the best palette is the Motives Cosmetics one. And now I've got the Kabuki brush, and as you can see, I'm dragging it upward and I'm trying my best to blend it away, and trying to make sure that it's just above the jawline and it's not going onto the jaw at all, because it will just ruin the whole concept of your contouring. And then you do it on the forehead, and then once again on the other side of the face, just carry on blending like that, and then you just literally carry on, and if you're happy with it, that's fine, but if not, then it's okay, sort of thing. I mean, I'm the kind of person who double checks everything, so there we go. Yeah, I'm double checking it. I know, I knew I would do that. I forgot that bit. And then I go over it on my nose. Um, Yeah, so I go over it on my nose. I check if I think it's all right. And then, of course, underneath the jawline, that bit too. And then I get my beautiful bronzer from Clinique, Sun Kissed Shade number 2 for my skin tone. It has been my all-time favorite. It is amazing. And then you get your fan brush for this one. And voila, there you go. So once again, you go over the contouring part. So as you can see, like I didn't really put that much of the contour bit because I knew I was going to go over this with my bronzer. So there we go. I'm putting it on my forehead as well. So I will be blending it in a minute, I believe. And then I'll put it on my nose and then underneath, once again, underneath the jaw. And that kind of actually, like, if you feel like, you got a chubby face or anything, like, I mean, I feel sometimes like I've seen people who do contouring and they put contour line, like, literally underneath the jawline, and it's to give definition to your face, to be honest. It's got nothing to do with being chubby, actually. So now that I've done that, I'm now about to apply the beautiful illuminator. It's in gold shade from Iconic London. You can order it online. It's absolutely amazing. And it's just like a highlighter, but a liquid one. No. So what I do, start from there and go all the way up on your forehead as well, a little bit, because you want a bit of shininess. If you go for a dewy look, I will recommend this, of course. I tend to go for a dewy look all the time, so there you go. So I'd start from where just before my cheeks. I don't want it to go on like my cheeks, so, and a little bit on the nose as well to give it a bit of shine. And you can see, like, I'm thinking, anywhere else? No. Because it's such a lovely product. I love it so much. It's really, really good. It's actually one of my favorite purchases. Then you get your blender, but this time use the bottom part of the blender, not the top part. And then you just slowly dab it away, literally, and dab it downward because you don't want it to look like you've got blotches once again, because you want it to look like you've got a bit of the glow on your face at the same time. It's something like as if you've come back from holiday or something. And if you've got pale skin like myself, I believe I've got pale skin, so I like to look tanned. I like the tan look. So I tend to do that. So once again, just do the same thing on the other side, and carry on blending it down. You can even yeah, there you go, doing it downward now. And it's really nice. It's actually a really good purchase, and the Motives Maven palette Sculpt Series 1 for highlight and contour, because it's like a creamy kind of feeling. It's quite nice. And then, of course, once again, go over it on your nose. Check once again everywhere on your face. Make sure that everything is all intact. And now I don't know, I believe I am about to reach out for my MAC. This MAC highlighter is amazing. It's so amazing. I believe I will put the details on what the MAC highlighter is called, but I just go over it as you can see, and I go over it from underneath the where the eyelid is, the bottom part. Sorry, not eyelid. Wrong word. Oh my god. But as you can see where I'm applying it, and my forehead as well, because I like it to look a bit shiny. You know, anywhere that you feel like, yeah, you know, it'll look really nice and shiny, glittery, glowy kind of look. So once again, I get carried away sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm just applying just about enough for professional photographs. But if you're going for an evening look, this is perfect. And you will see in a minute why. So once you feel like you've applied enough on your cheek bone, you get it on, just dab it on your finger and put it in the middle of your nose and at the bottom of your nose. So literally, look at me, I'm getting carried away again. But you just have to apply it over there and then the bottom of your nose as well. So if you just feel like it's not it's not equal in space, just can go over it with a brush or whatever preference you'd like to choose. But I choose the fan brush, so I just do it like that. And I'm actually using my bronzer, so it looks mattified sort of thing. And again, I'm constantly blending because that's what you got to do. You have to constantly blend to make sure everything is equal on your face and there's no blotches and it doesn't look awkward when you take photographs, or even in general, like when you're in person standing there, you know, you don't want it to look hideous. And just go over everything one more time. As you can see, I'm going over everything one more time. Double check, like, yeah, and then you just, once again, I've kind of mattified it at the top by applying the highlighter because it's powder. So again, I go for it. There you go. Voila, I've applied it there, and just one more time there. And then you get I'm trying to, yeah, basically show you now where I've applied. So you put it on your top lip, right there, just that part. You can see, and then underneath the nose, definitely, it's perfect because it's like when you take pictures or anything, it looks really good. So now I'm thinking, okay, I'm done. Oh, hold on, I'm not done. So there I go again. Now, what have I got in my hand? I believe I'm putting things away at the same time, and I'm about to reach out for. Can anyone guess? Apart from my blender, as you can see, I'm just blending away, making sure because it's got to look right. I think I'm about to reach for either the lipstick or another highlighter. No, actually, I'm reached out for an eyeshadow, which is a pale shade from Motives Cosmetics as well. And this one I apply the at the start of my eye at the bottom lid and bring it upward. Obviously, I don't really want to use the professional words for a sake. I want it to be quite simple for everyone. Doctor, doctor, doctor. So yeah, there we go. So I'm now putting that there. It's actually quite good because, as you can see, everything's so shiny on my face that this is just, it brings out my eyes, I believe. So I think you would only put what would suit your face, and obviously once you've contoured and you've highlighted, these are the essential like touch ups that you need to do for the finishing look that I'm going for, which is the evening look for dinner, Christmas dinner, that is. So I'm just double checking, making sure everything's equal. How does it look, guys? I'm joking. Thinking. Lashes are from Ardell Lashes, of course. They are not demi wispies. These ones are Ardell Lashes 101, I believe. And here we go. This is Huda Beauty, her matte lipstick, which is a showgirl shade. Quite Christmassy, I believe. I thought I'd apply. This is actually my first time applying it, and I thought, why not apply it for this tutorial? And there I go. So when I'm doing my lipstick, I just get lost. I just don't really look in the camera, unfortunately. But I'm looking in the mirror just to double check everything's equally done and looks good. I like the colour. I'm not going to lie. It was quite a nice colour because the eyeshadow that I've applied is obviously from BH Cosmetics for the base. It's like a brown shade from their neutral palette, and then on the eyelid I've applied Gold Rush shade from Motive Cosmetics. My eyeliner is from NYX Cosmetics, the Studio Finish one in black, and my mascara is YSL Fox Heels. That's how you say it. Obviously, I've forgotten my French. It's in intense black. A really good recommended mascara. Long lasting, and it definitely does the job. I don't even think you guys would need like fake lashes, to be honest. And there I am. I'm just trying to make sure it's perfect. So I'm just getting it right, trying to get it right. Bearing in mind this is the first time I'm recording myself doing my makeup. Um, but there you go. You can see like um, it's quite outstanding. The color, really nice. A really nice shade. And then I know that I end up applying Huda Beauty's highlighting kit, and I believe that's her summer highlighter palette. And I used, I will tell you, guys. I think it was I used Malibu, Malibu on my cheeks. I went over it, over my MAC one and over the illuminator just to see the effect that it gives, and it is, I have to say, I was struggling there. I do apologize, everyone, because it was like stuck, but I think I eventually did get it out in the end. There you go. There's me fighting with the highlighters. So there you go, I've taken it out. And then I'm applying Malibu, which is on the far right on the top. And here I go. I get my fan brush. Okay, more about that. And just apply very little amounts to give that shine. You can already see the effect that is taken on my cheek, top part, and my cheekbone. Like, it's really, really nice. I have to say, it's a must have. It's really nice. And I think did I apply more? I think I was in two minds then. I was thinking, should I apply another colour? But yeah, then I went over it on my nose. I mean, it's your preference. You can, mix and match if you like. But I like to use a few shades because it's just, it comes out really good in pictures. So, and even in person, it looks really good. So I just, now I'm trying to I think I'm fiddling here. I'm trying to put it back into its packaging. And I'm trying to smile and wink. So my focus is solely on the um, putting the palette back in its packaging. So, and obviously it's good to apply the type of makeup that will match your hair color as well, I believe. Now the final touch that I'm about to do that will really show your highlight is if you spray your face with a fixed spray, or you can even do rose water. I'm using the 10-year younger spray. Close your eyes. 2, 3, 4, 5. Like then, and you can actually see the shine. Like, you can see the shine coming through in both sides. And I'm absolutely amazed. Oh yes, and my eyebrows, I've used Wonder Brows shade in brunette. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. That's that. It's a wrap. Oh, forgot my hat. The winter look. There you go. Take care, guys. Subscribe and like.